Dr. Evelyn Harper adjusted the straps of her exosuit, feeling the weight of her medical pack settle comfortably on her back. The rugged terrain of New Terra stretched out before her, an alien landscape filled with dense forests and towering mountains. This was humanity's most distant colony, established just a year ago, and already facing challenges that tested the very limits of human endurance and ingenuity. Evelyn was the chief medical officer of Outpost Omega, a small settlement nestled at the base of Mount Ignis. Her daily routine involved tending to the health of the settlers, but today, she was on a mission that went beyond her usual duties. Reports had come in of a mysterious illness affecting a nearby indigenous village, and Evelyn had volunteered to investigate. As she made her way through the forest, accompanied by a small team of scientists and soldiers, Evelyn's mind wandered to the stories of the past year. New Terra had proven to be a harsh and unforgiving world. The local wildlife was both beautiful and deadly, and the weather could change from serene to violent in an instant. But humanity had faced these challenges head-on, adapting and thriving in ways that showcased the best of their resourcefulness and determination. "Dr. Harper, we're approaching the village," said Lieutenant Jackson, the team's security lead, his voice crackling over the comms. "Understood, Lieutenant," Evelyn replied. "Let's proceed with caution." The village came into view, a cluster of primitive huts surrounded by a low wooden fence. The indigenous inhabitants, the Tarkon, were a humanoid species with striking blue skin and elaborate facial markings. They had been wary of the human settlers at first, but over time, a tentative trust had been built. As the team entered the village, they were met by Kieran, the Tarkon chieftain. His expression was grave, and Evelyn could see the worry etched into his features. "Dr. Harper, thank you for coming," Kieran said in his deep, resonant voice. "Our healers are unable to cure this illness. We hope you can help." "We'll do everything we can, Chieftain Kieran," Evelyn assured him. "Please, show us to the affected individuals." Kieran led them to a large communal hut, where several Tarkons lay on woven mats, their faces pale and their breathing labored. Evelyn knelt beside one of the patients, a young woman, and began her examination. The symptoms were unlike anything she had seen before, a combination of respiratory distress and a strange blue rash that seemed to glow faintly. "Set up the equipment," Evelyn instructed her team. "We need to run some tests." As the scientists began their work, Evelyn turned to Kieran. "Can you tell me when these symptoms first appeared?" "About a week ago," Kieran replied. "It started with one of our hunters, and soon spread to others. We do not know the cause." Evelyn nodded, her mind racing through possibilities. Contagions on New Terra were a constant threat, given the planet's unique biosphere. She had encountered several new diseases since arriving, each requiring quick thinking and adaptability to combat. Hours passed as the team worked tirelessly, collecting samples and running analyses. The more they learned about the illness, the more complex it seemed. The pathogen responsible was unlike anything in Earth's medical databases, exhibiting properties that defied conventional understanding. "Evelyn," called Dr. Samuel Ortiz, one of her colleagues, "take a look at this." Evelyn joined him at the portable lab setup. "What have you got?" "It appears the pathogen is a hybrid, incorporating genetic material from both local flora and fauna. It's mutating rapidly, which is why our usual treatments aren't working." Evelyn frowned. "We need to find a way to stabilize it before we can develop a cure. Let's focus on isolating the most stable form of the pathogen and work from there." As night fell, the team continued their efforts. The village was quiet, the only sounds the rustle of the forest and the occasional murmur from the patients. Evelyn felt the weight of responsibility heavy on her shoulders. She knew that if they failed here, it could mean not just the loss of Tarkon lives, but a setback in the fragile relationship between their species. Finally, as dawn broke, they had a breakthrough. Using a combination of human medical techniques and knowledge gained from their time on New Terra, they developed a serum that showed promise in neutralizing the pathogen. "We have a potential treatment," Evelyn announced to Kieran, exhaustion and hope warring in her voice. "We'll need to administer it to see if it works." Kieran nodded, his expression one of cautious optimism. "Thank you, Dr. Harper. We trust you." One by one, Evelyn and her team administered the serum to the patients. They watched anxiously as the minutes ticked by, looking for any sign of improvement. Slowly, the patient's breathing steadied, and the blue rash began to fade. It's working, Samuel said, relief evident in his voice. The village erupted in quiet celebration. Evelyn felt a wave of relief wash over her. They had done it. They had faced an unknown threat and triumphed, not through brute force or advanced technology, but through cooperation, intelligence, and the shared desire to protect life. Dr. Harper, Kieran said, his eyes filled with gratitude, you have our deepest thanks. You have saved our people. Evelyn smiled, feeling a sense of pride and accomplishment. It was a team effort, Chieftain Kieran. We're all in this together. As the team packed up their equipment and prepared to return to Outpost Omega, Evelyn took a moment to look around at the village, at the Tarkans who were now on the road to recovery. This mission had been a testament to the strength and resilience of humanity, not just in the face of physical challenges, but in their ability to connect, understand, and help others. Humanity, she thought with a smile, truly is remarkable. As they began their journey back through the forest, Evelyn felt a renewed sense of purpose. There would be more challenges ahead, but she knew that with determination, ingenuity, and the spirit of cooperation, humanity would continue to thrive on New Terra and beyond.